Today, we're taking a look at the August 6 cents 6-sag. Let's go ahead and dive in. All right, let's see what we've got here. All right, first thing we have is a pack of Bounceworm 3.0 in Milliken Smoke. So these must be a Ben Milliken color that he designed. Okay, so these are little worms, kind of with a bulbous end on the back of it. Should be great for Ned rigs. Doesn't really have any other information other than I guess the 3.0 means they're a 3-inch, and there's 12 in the pack, which actually that's actually a pretty good number of lures in a pack like this. But it's a kind of semi-transparent, like smoke color plastic with looks like just purple, no, maybe purple and black flake in there. I like those. Those ought to be pretty good. But again, that's the Bounce 3.0 in Milliken Smoke. I really like Ned rigging, so I think these will be right up my alley. All right, next thing we have a pack of drop shot hooks. They're size 1, and it's a 5 count. Again, that's a size 1 drop shot hook. I'm sure they're meant to go along with those bounce worms. That looks like it could be used as a drop shot lure pretty easily too. Though that's not really a style of fishing I do a lot or really much at all. But I don't know. I'm getting some things out of these that I really want to try now. All right, next thing. We have a pack of Strobe 3.3 shakers. And they are in live minnow. Now, these are interesting. They almost look like they're printed in a way. See, these are almost like it's like they're printed or painted on. They actually have like patterns like a fish would have on like scales and stuff, which is kind of crazy to see on a soft plastic. Be curious to see how long it lasts, because I bet it comes off relatively easily. It's interesting design. I wonder if these are meant to go with the drop shot hooks. I could see these going on that. But yeah, it's an interesting lure. I've never seen this one before. But again, that's the Strobe 3.3 in live minnow. Yeah, these are interesting. I'm gonna have to look these up and see exactly how you're supposed to fish these, because I've never seen anything like this before. But it's interesting. All right, so next thing we have in here, we have a pack of the Strobe 4.0 minnows in olive flash. So these are a little bit different. Even though they're still called Strobe. I guess, okay, these are the Strobe shakers. And these are Strobe minnows. See, these kind of have that same deal. I don't know how well it shows up, but like on the top especially, you can see like the scale pattern in it. It's pretty cool. I can't say I've ever seen another soft plastic that's, at least at this size, it's printed like that. And this one actually has hard eyes on it too. I do like that though. I can see this working. Actually, it could work as a drop shot lure too. I can see this doing really well as a Ned rig lure too, which I'm sure they meant it as a drop shot, but these are pretty cool. But again, that's the Strobe Minnow 4.0 in olive flash. Yeah, these are interesting. I'm kind of interested checking into how they meant for these to be used and giving those a try. All right, so next thing we have in here We have a pack of dome jig heads, and these are 1/8 ounce size 1 hook, and get 5 in the pack. Yeah, these are pretty simple jig heads. They have essentially a built-in nail weight style weight on them. Oh, I just realized it's a staple, so I'm not gonna worry about opening these, but yeah, I can see this doing pretty well. They could even potentially work on that Strobe minnow 4.0. Alright, next thing we have in here, we have the Juggle minnow, and it's in Ghost Pro Shad. These, I believe the Juggles were new last year. But they're almost pretty similar to the Strobe shape-wise. There's a few differences, but it's a bait fish profile and everything. But these, I'm pretty sure these are meant to be used as these jig heads, though. But yeah, that's pretty nice. I mean, it is more of like a jerkbait style lure, which I'm not huge on soft plastic jerkbaits, but still nice. I do like that color too. Looks pretty natural. But again, that's the Juggle Minnow 4.0 in Ghost Pro Shad. Yeah, I'll have to give these a try. I do like those, but it's just not usually the type of fishing I do, but I'll have to give them a try. Alright, so the next thing we have in here, we have a Krue 3.0 in Magic Crawl. I don't know if I've seen these before. Yeah, those are interesting. It's like a crawfish with a ton of extra appendages. Is it a... Oh, okay, it's a tube bait. That makes more sense. For it to have all these appendages on it. So it's a tube, but a crawfish imitation at the same time. It's interesting. I like it, but it's interesting. And it's like a green plastic with, looks like a little bit of maybe like baby blue in it. And then some small red flake and larger black flake. Those would be interesting to use. I've never really been a tube person, but I've never really outright bought any myself. But since I've got some, I might have to give these a try. I really like these. But again, that's the Krue 3.0 and Magic Crawl. Yeah, I'm gonna have to give these a try too. I know a lot of people like tube fishing. I just haven't really ever done it. I don't really have a reason. Just haven't. But I'll have to give these a try though. Alright, next thing we have a Finesse jig. And it's a 7/16 ounce. And it's in green pumpkin orange. Okay, so yeah, it's a nice jig. Definitely tell it's Finesse. It's a little bit lighter wire hook. The brush guard isn't quite as stiff. And it doesn't say it on the front, but on the back it actually says it's a ball head Finesse jig. And it's definitely a ball head there. I like the color. It's very similar to some of the panfish around here. So I think this would be great with I don't know, even those Krues probably would work on here if they would stay on. But I can see those working together. I like that. Again, that's the Finesse jig in green pumpkin orange. Yeah, I like these. Pretty much like all the jigs I get from 6 cents. And somewhat over the last year or so, I've gotten so I really like jig fishing with like a crawfish imitation trailer or something like that. All right. Next thing we have a pack of ball drop shot lead. And these are just 1/4 ounce weights. And it's stapled shut, so I'm not going to pull it out of the package, but you can kind of see it's just a ball shaped weight with a line tie on it. Yeah, I mean, you should get the job done. Should go with those drop shot hooks and maybe one of these soft plastics, and I'll have a pretty good setup here. All right, the last thing we have in here is an Axis Metal 2.0, and it is in salty ice. These are interesting to me. The Axis design is pretty interesting. Yeah, that whole bill that's like swings back and forth. I guess it's meant to make a clattering noise in the water, but it's always been interesting, and the fact that it's metal. Yeah, it's nice looking. I like the color. And it looks like it has a few ball bearings in it. Yeah, it's not a super loud rattle, and it sounds like it's just one actually. Yeah, this is nice looking. But again, that's the Axis Metal 2.0 in salty ice. Yeah, this looks nice. I'll have to give this a try when I get a chance to go in the water. But I mean, don't see how I can go wrong with it really. All right, so what do you think about the August sack? I thought it was pretty good overall. Some things that I'm not used to using, but it might actually get me to try something different. But anyway, let us know what you thought down in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a like. It really helps us out. And make sure to subscribe if you want to see content like this in the future. We'll see you on the next one.